Once upon a time, there was a wise and just king who had a trusted monk as his spiritual advisor. The monk was known for his deep wisdom and often said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." One day, while the king was sharpening his sword, the monk sat nearby in deep meditation. Suddenly, the king lost grip of the sword and it fell on his foot, severing one of his toes. In pain, the king cried out, and the monk, upon seeing this, calmly said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." The king was furious. "How can you say that? I have lost a toe, and you are telling me it's for good?" Enraged, the king ordered the guards to imprison the monk. The monk, still serene, accepted his fate and, while being taken away, repeated, "Whatever happens, happens for good." Months passed. One day, the king went on a hunting trip deep into the forest. As he chased a deer, he got separated from his soldiers and lost his way. While searching for a path back, a group of tribal warriors captured him. They were preparing to offer a human sacrifice to their deity, and the king, being a strong and healthy man, was chosen. The king pleaded for mercy, but the tribals did not understand his language. They bathed him, dressed him in ceremonial robes, and were about to sacrifice him when their chief noticed something. "Stop!" the chief commanded. "This man is incomplete. He has a missing toe. If we sacrifice an imperfect man, our deity would be displeased." Fearing divine wrath, the tribals immediately set the king free. Grateful for his life, the king hurried back to his palace. Upon returning, he reflected on the monk's words. "If I had not lost my toe that day, I would have been sacrificed." The monk was right. The king immediately ordered the monk to be released and reinstated as his advisor. When the monk was brought before him, the king humbly apologized. "I now understand that my injury saved my life. But tell me, you were in prison for months. How was that good for you?" The monk smiled. "My lord, if I had been free, I would have accompanied you on the hunt. The tribals would have rejected you, but found me, an uninjured, healthy man, perfect for sacrifice. My time in prison saved my life. That is why I always say, whatever happens, happens for good." The king bowed to the monk, realizing the depth of his wisdom. Later, the king sought guidance from the great Buddha. He told him the entire story and asked, "Does this mean we should never worry about anything?" Buddha smiled and said, "Wisdom is not in ignoring sufferings, but in seeing the hidden blessings within it. Trust the flow of life, but also learn from it. A wise man acts with awareness, knowing that every event is a part of a greater design." From that day on, the king ruled with even more wisdom and patience, understanding that life's events, whether joyful or painful, always lead to something greater. So friends, I hope you like this story. See you in the next story. Until then, take care, stay aware, and keep growing. And yes, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more such stories. Thank you.